starting recording, starting the stream.
Oh, we're streaming.
And I
I'm a
will... What? Alright. Welcome to Horsin Around. I'm your host, Nicholas Bergadante. With me today, I have the second half of the Head-Ass crew. If you want
I'm
to
your
go around.
co-host. I'm taking the stream from Murky. He doesn't know it yet.
Oh,
He does
okay.
now.
What's your name?
Good morning, Vietnam! I
had
am
to say
the
it.
manager.
Thank
What?
you.
The blanket?
No, that's just my name.
Alright, this is
Alright.
the manager.
Hi, manager.
Hello.
I'm Reese.
I don't know if that even picked up. You're going to have to speak up along with Zach.
My name's Reese.
There you go.
What's up, gamers? It's your boy.
And...
I'm Zach, otherwise known as Fuck Baja Guy.
Damn.
I'm Aiden. I tricked you all into thinking I was the manager.
Oh my god, dude, he bamboozled us!
Wow.
Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
Corey. I do own this stream.
Okay.
I never lie.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
Okay, boomer.
So yeah, this is gonna be maybe the last episode of 2019. I might try and get some of my homeboys to do an episode or two, but I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. So
Wait, we're not your homeboys? New
Yeah,
Year's episode?
from like who live in New
Wow.
Jersey with me.
I live
Oh,
in New
okay.
Jersey.
Okay, in my hometown, who went to high school with
People
me.
who
How do
stay
you
in New
not know
Jersey
that
are
I
real
live in
though,
your
so-
hometown and go to high school with you?
Okay. Okay, Aiden. Thank you.
Yeah, how do you know? Have you
I don't
ever
know.
seen him?
I don't know. I guess I didn't check my yearbook hard enough. I
Yeah,
didn't
that
see
man's
you in
got
there.
stealth capabilities off the charts.
Damn,
Yes.
you're right.
Just leave the frame and then bam.
My stealth is at least 17.
Yeah, but this will definitely at least be the last episode of the school semester at RIT. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about basically just year in review and also decade in review stuff, because it's the end of the 2010s, which is kind of fucking insane.
I am old. We're going to
Yeah.
review the entire decade in under an hour.
Yeah.
All
Alright, so...
Starting with 2010.
I
Yeah.
can't believe we elected an orange.
Man, that really did happen. Man, what was, like... Can I, like, you guys were, I guess, in high school at the time, so what was, like, election night? Like, were you guys just at home with your parents?
Yeah,
or
I was
something?
at home and I remember watching
Oh,
the
remember.
the anchor people being
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, what is it?" They were like, see the states come in, and be like,
What?
What?
You want one egg and the rice?" And I was like, "Well,
Alright. I guess,
guess this is my life now."
guess we just exist in this reality.
I wasn't really paying, like, I went to a small, very adult party that was a watch the election
Ooh,
after,
adult
and I was like,
party.
oh yeah, that kind of adult, definitely, and
Yeah.
not fucking taxes, but, anyway,
You went to a tax
it was
party?
really boring, so I went home and went to sleep, because I was like, nothing's gonna happen, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, who won, and I checked the results on Google, and I remember just, like, holding a coffee and going,
Uh-oh.
huh, taking a sip, and I was like, wow, I feel like I'm in a drama or something.
Yeah. It was... What was yours?
I just remember going to sleep one night and then waking up for school the next
Oh,
day.
Mm.
And the world was on fire. And I'm watching the news and I see him and we go, Donald Trump is president. And then I turn to my mom. My mom comes down the stairs and she goes, so who won? I was like, Donald Trump. She's like, all right, tell me who won, actually. I was like, I'm not joking.
Whoops.
It was
She was
actually
like-
Vermin Supreme in a surprise upset.
I would love that
Oh
one
my
day.
god.
Damn, yeah. How about you, Reese?
Mine was, so I watched, I want to say like the first third or half of it, you know, the part that looked good in the eyes of the liberals. And we were like, yeah, like we're doing good. Yeah, exactly.
And then fuck.
And then I went to sleep, and that's when all the middle states went red, and I woke up and I was like, is this actually happening? And my whole family's very liberal.
Yeah.
And so we
Welcome to
were,
the
we were
liberal
all,
podcast.
or
Yeah.
mostly Bernie supporters even.
Hell yeah.
And so,
Bernie
you know,
gang.
we essentially just voted for Hillary because, you know, she's closest to Bernie,
Than Donald Trump.
Yeah, than Trump.
It would be hard to be farther.
Yeah.
And we were all just like, speechless at that point. We were just like, what's gonna happen? Like, what are these 4 years? Like, it's just gonna be a mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you look
And
at
it immediately started rioting.
if you look at some spicy memes, apparently Donald Trump eradicated ISIS and also built the wall.
Yep.
True.
He
Wait.
definitely built it.
He
It's
definitely
built.
there,
did.
guys.
Berlin
It's been
Wall,
4
he built
years
it.
have passed, and that wall's gotten built.
It's there. You can go see it.
Yeah.
It's a tourist attraction. I actually went. I thought it'd be bigger. Honestly, Donald Trump, if you're watching, it's about as big as your dick.
Or his hand.
You look
Tiny
over
little
the
babies.
side and there's a bunch of immigrants trying to get into America.
And they're like, no, we
No,
can't
there's
now.
a wall now.
Bro, we can't
get
make
in.
it.
It's made out of Lego bricks, so they can't step on it.
Fuck barbed wire. Make a wall out of Lego bricks. Ooh.
Oh.
No, just loose ones, so that people have to
Whoa.
step over.
It's a
them.
minefield.
Yeah, it's just a
Yeah.
small minefield, and everyone's like, all right, you know what?
You know
even
what?
though I could walk over this, I don't want to.
I'll
because this
deal
just
with-
tells me as much as I want to know about America.
Yo, you make shoes out of Legos and you pick them up as you go, and you get
And then
taller
you get taller.
and you climb over the wall.
Brilliant.
How to break through the wall? You just start building little. You build a little.
You build a little
tunnel.
ladder.
All right,
And people are like,
Decade in review.
Needs more Legos,
Like-
honestly.
Now
Yeah.
that's one event in review.
Yo,
I feel like I
Legos
missed
are
out on
fucking-
Legos this decade. Like as a kid, I used Legos constantly, and ever since like this decade, I've barely seen anything.
It's
Nah,
because have you been to a Lego store? It's because they cost fucking hundreds of
Yeah.
dollars.
They,
that's-
I
Legos
guarantee
should
they
go
got
for
more
sale.
expensive. Like the same Lego set now costs like 1.5 times as much.
I would
Yeah,
almost
that's
say-
pretty
Those
insane.
those like modular, because I have like a couple sets of those, like the modular ones.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
so fucking fun to build, and they look great.
Is that the
Yeah.
ones where it's like a 3-in-1 thing, or is it?
So it's like, so you build like a part of a road basically, and you can buy other sets to snap them together.
Oh,
create like a long
oh, it's like the Lego City kind of stuff.
Kind of.
Okay, yeah.
They're like not the kids set. They're like the
Yeah, no, yeah, I
grown
got
up
you.
like take a while
I
sets.
feel like the people who design those really complicated Lego sets are
Oh, shit.
geniuses.
Yes.
Like they do so much crazy stuff.
That's
okay,
still-
Reese.
Thank
I'm
you.
trying to affect the
Thank
Twitch
you for
chat.
your
Did you
lovely
Did you
viewership.
ever post it in Slack?
Huh?
I did.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I put it in DevNull.
Go at
Oh,
channel.
thank you,
Horsin
yeah.
around.
Go at channel
Hello.
general. Who cares?
Yeah,
End
go
of the
for it.
semester.
What are
But-
they gonna do? Take away your membership?
Damn.
They can take- they
No,
can't
I
take away
saw.
your membership.
I've always
yeah, literally,
wanted
yeah.
the fucking Lego Star Wars like Death Star with like all the
Oh.
minifigs and all like the
Oh.
different.
No,
rooms in
it's
it.
all about like the Star Destroyer.
The
the
So I
Collector's
had
Star
that
Destroyer.
one. I had that
I
one.
love that. I
You
want
had
that
the
one.
collector's one that's like 8,000 pieces.
Yes. Well, it might be a different collector's one because it was like a long time ago that I got it, but I do have it. But the ironic thing was, I was like 8 or something when I got that, and I asked my parents for the Death Star, but then they got me that giant ass collector's edition thing. I was just like, but this isn't what I wanted, though.
Yeah,
So
Worst
then-
parents
Send
ever.
it.
so then I left it.
Parents.
I left it like half built for like over a year, and then
Wow.
I finally got down to finishing it at one point with my with
Which I
a
can't believe you
relative, and now it's in a giant glass case in our basement,
No,
As an
Um,
alumni,
so
I'm
that it
triggered.
doesn't get destroyed.
I mean, you can sell that.
Yeah,
For like a decent amount of money.
I don't know. Like, it's just like if I wanted to move that thing anywhere, it's so fragile.
That's why you
bulky.
super glue it.
Yeah, I
Literally
should have
just
done
cover
that.
it in super glue.
But that's like, I feel like that wouldn't look
Also,
so
whoever
nice.
buys
Is that
pre-made
Colin?
Lego sets,
Yep.
fuck off.
Yeah.
And Drew,
Like building the Lego set is the greatest part.
Nice.
Hey, Colin,
Drew
what's
watch.
up? Oh no, he's coming in
Quick
15
for
minutes.
practice. Lock the door. Lock the door. Don't let Colin in.
No, he's got a
This
spot
isn't
right
his
here.
show.
He's got a spot right
He's
here.
not gonna be on. He's not
Colin,
gonna be
there's
on
a
the
spot
camera.
for you right here.
you're gonna have to lean in.
But I saw. I went to a Lego store last weekend when I was up in Syracuse with Sam, and they have a new
Ooh.
Lego Jurassic
getting
Park
dressed.
set, which is like it has like a 1.5 to 2 foot long like T-Rex and like the giant doors from like the
Oh,
gates,
yeah.
Is
and it
like,
looks.
Is it like a T-Rex made of Legos or is
Yeah.
it one of their big mobs?
No.
Okay.
It looks like it is made out of Legos, and it looks super cool. But that also costs like $400.
Yeah.
Just like, damn, I don't have money for that.
Also, I don't want to support the new Jurassic Park movies in any way.
Okay, look,
Jurassic World was really fun to watch. I liked it.
okay. I'm
Jurassic
glad we
World
can agree
2
on that. Yeah.
was the worst thing I've
Wait,
ever
they
seen.
made a second
I mean,
one?
that's,
Yeah.
That's literally like Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 2.
Yeah,
Like,
but Jurassic
everybody
Park
looks-
2, Jurassic Park 2 is
It's
better
okay.
than Jurassic
Yes,
World 2.
I
Yeah.
get
The
that.
plot of
But
Jurassic
also
World
like
2 was the
Wait, can
funniest
we acknowledge
thing
a
ever.
fan? Drew says, what about supporting the new Star
shut the
Wars
fuck
movie?
up, Drew. We're not
No,
talking about
no,
Star
we're
Wars.
not. That is a
Um,
bad
We are
topic
not
on this
talking
podcast.
about that. All right, I'm
Marky's-
looking forward to Rise of Skywalker. That's all I'm gonna say.
Star
We're
Wars
just gonna
Holiday
have an
Special is the
aneurysm.
best Star Wars movie.
Star Wars
Okay, we
Clone
can
Wars
all
is the
agree
best
that you
Star
should
Wars.
leave.
Okay.
We'll do a hot swap.
No
Mercy
responsibilities
for-
the rest of the
for-
day.
For Colin.
Yeah. But yeah, fucking. God, Fallen Kingdom was so bad.
I didn't even want to see it. Like just from like commercials, I just didn't want to see it. It didn't look like a good movie at
It
all.
wasn't. The one thing that I like retroactively enjoyed about that movie. Nobody cares about spoilers, right? Because it's a fucking bad
it's
movie.
fucking
awful.
Also, it's been out for like a long ass time.
So at the end of the movie, it's like dinosaurs have escaped into the world. It really is a Jurassic World now.
And you got old Jeff Goldblum being like, "It's a Jurassic World."
Exactly.
Roll credits.
And then they rolled the credits, but then there was a like 5-second post-credit scene with no audio of just a pterodactyl landing on the fucking Las Vegas, or like on top of one of the spires on the Las Vegas Strip, and I shit you not, I literally wrote a Jurassic Park fan fiction when I was like 8 that had that exact point as like a starting beat for my story.
Wow.
I was just like,
Well,
damn,
now you're
I was a prophet.
Give the script to them.
I know. I'm demanding royalties.
Do it.
They've already
Your fan
the amount
fiction
of
will become
stupid
canon.
fanfic plot points that were in that movie. Like, hey, this small child, guess what? She's a clone.
God.
What? Why is that in there?
God,
that
that was
sense?
so dumb.
What-
And then
also,
she
why
left
was it
all the
necessary?
dinosaurs out because they're
They
like
deserve
me.
life.
They're
And it's
like
like,
me. No,
bruh.
fuck you. They're dinosaurs.
Bruh, they're gonna eat people.
Oh
Bruh.
my god. I did
I just-
see.
Are you gonna eat people, small clone child?
just
I
wanna-
doubt it.
I just love when movies say like their title
Yes.
in thing, like the fucking Suicide Squad. Where
What
kinda-
are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad?
It's fucking great
Roll
and it's
credits.
ham-fisted and it's fucking shitty.
Yeah.
I love it.
You have to work very hard to make it like not super
you remember
shitty.
the part in Star Wars: A New Hope where they were like, "Wow, this sure is a Star War we are engaged in right now."
We need a new hope.
Oh, look at the Empire! It's striking
Striking
back.
Ray, you are the last Jedi.
Wow.
Wow!
Ow!
Didn't they?
Oh, no.
Wow, it looks
Oh,
like
no,
a
no,
Force
okay.
Awakens
Are those
to you.
clones? Are they attacking? Oh no!
Dude, the Sith, they're getting the revenge right now. Oh my god.
Is this some kind of Star Wars
The
joke?
first
I'm
movie was
too
called something
not
about
virgin
Jar
to
Jar, right? I
understand.
can't remember.
Okay, Zach.
Excuse me?
Don't worry about it. It was only.
I mean, they did kind of do that in Rogue One a little bit.
Yeah,
They were like, "We're Rogue
Yeah.
One,"
yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like, but
That-
I mean,
yeah, but
it
that's
kind
like
of makes
the,
sense 'cause
that's
it's
the
like a call
name of the
sign.
group, right?
Yeah.
And otherwise, like, you wouldn't know why it was called Rogue One unless
Yeah.
you were like a really hardcore.
It's
Star
a
Wars
lot
fan.
less ham-fisted than like Jurassic World, so I give it a pass.
just love it.
I'm not a fan of Rogue One,
In
but
Solo, they were like, "This is some
Yeah.
sort of Solo, a Star Wars story."
this is some kind of solo mission with Han Solo, and we're in a Star War.
That was such a dumb origin for his name, though.
Yeah.
For real? Like,
Yeah.
damn, my name's Han. Han what? You're traveling solo.
Solo Cup.
Like-
Solo.
Like, it would have been cooler if he made that up, like, even just the slightest bit, but
Yeah.
the fact that, like,
It was literally just an
Someone was just
Imperial
like,
Guard.
That's Star Wars.
No, they should have
No,
named
I
it
haven't
after
seen
Solo
Solo.
Cup.
I haven't seen it
I've
yet.
heard
You don't
it's
need to.
untried.
I
Nothing
haven't
happens.
seen Solo. I haven't seen Rogue One.
Nothing happens.
those are,
in
like,
that
the
movie.
better of the good movies. I mean, we're not gonna get
We're
into
not
it.
doing this. We're not
But,
doing
Please
this.
like-
stop.
Stop. Alright.
Okay, they're
Next
good
topic.
movies.
No more movies because we keep going back to Star Wars.
Okay.
Rogue One bad.
Shut the
Okay,
fuck up.
Skippy.
I mean, we
Whatever,
could
done.
talk
So
about
what
like the
about Woody
decade of
Harrelson?
movies. Like, what were some big movies that happened other than
Interstellar.
Star Wars and
Interstellar.
Avengers? Can I also cut out
Every
Avengers and
modern
Marvel?
sci-fi movie
Yeah.
has good
Oh,
VFX.
but Endgame.
Okay.
Okay, to be fair, this whole decade was like
Yeah.
Has
all
been a Marvel
phases.
decade.
Yeah.
Because like 2010 was like
Avengers, I think. First
Was
one.
yeah, I
Was
think
it?
so.
Iron Man was
I think
that
so.
early?
Yeah.
Iron Man-
was a late 2000s movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that really makes it the decade of the Marvel movies. How many did we have? Like 20 this decade?
20
And a bunch of new shows came out for Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, so
Because there's
Iron
an
Man.
absurd amount of like the Defenders TV show.
So Iron Man
Cage.
2 is the
Iron Man 2 was the start of the decade. Was 2010.
No, we
Damn.
don't talk about the Defenders or Iron Fist.
Okay, Iron
Those
Fist
are-
was bad. I thought Defenders was.
I thought
okay.
Defenders was passable. It was at least
It
a
was
fun
passable, but it wasn't as good as.
I never.
any of
I
the
watched
other
every
shows.
episode except the last one because it kind of bored me at the end. But at the start, it was an interesting like prospect.
watch. Yeah.
I just don't. The
I
ending
mean,
is so
so-
weird.
I would say
I'm
like
gonna
if we were
watch
gonna
it.
rank the Marvel Netflix shows, like Daredevil number 1,
Mm-hmm.
Jessica Jones, Luke Cage. Just I think Luke
Let's-
Cage was a very flawed show, but there were some batshit insane movements that really like elevated it. And then Iron Fist nobody likes, so that just goes into fourth.
Wait. One
I'd
other
like to
thing.
disagree with that.
Okay.
I think Luke Cage is better than Jessica Jones.
Really? You
Yeah,
didn't?
I haven't seen it.
I
I
thought.
like Jessica Jones, but I also liked Luke Cage.
No.
I'm just talking about season 1.
I think
Any other seasons, they don't count.
so. Defenders, any fucking Netflix Marvel show spoilers, but they kill off Cottonmouth like halfway
That's
through,
true.
and that kind of sucks ass. It was the villain for like the first half of Luke Cage, and he was a really interesting
so good.
villain. He was such a good villain, but then
I
just
just kind of adds to his point that if they kill him off and he's the best character in the
Like,
show,
Right, like
hurts the
Well, the
show.
previews
yeah,
are over.
and then like I just don't think the person they replaced him with was as good.
Okay, all right. I'll give you
I
that.
will say though, I think the most saddening thing about like Marvel Netflix not happening anymore is that. Did you watch season 2 of Luke Cage?
No.
Okay, so massive spoiler, but I don't care at this
care.
point. I just want to talk to people about it. Basically, the
I don't
whole
think anyone else is gonna watch
yeah,
it.
the whole season is about like Luke Cage being like, being a hero is kind of fucking hard. I hate playing by these hero rules, and I kind of just want to play on the same level as the bad guys in Harlem. And then at the end of the season,
That's interesting.
he takes over the fucking
Nice save.
he takes over the
Yeah, he's both
nightclub
of them.
that like his main like villain was like the club that Cottonmouth was
sister.
running. Then it's Luke Cage running it, and then like everybody else is like, is Luke Cage like a bad guy? Like what the fuck is going on? And it was such a cool like way to end the season, but we're never gonna see how that develops, and that makes me really sad. But it was
It's okay.
it was a really interesting scene. There was some like the fucking Cottonmouth's sister, and then that Puerto Rican dude, the
Fucking
Shades. Yeah, them getting together was fucking
It's
disgusting.
weird as fuck.
That was so gross. I hated that. And
What
then
we're doing.
Punisher.
It's
Oh,
just
Punisher
me
was
and Ricky.
also there.
We're talking about nerd stuff.
Punisher.
Okay, nerd.
We're all
Oh,
fucking nerds.
I'm a nerd who likes to break shit though.
Okay. What is
Not
that?
like River break
What
shit.
does
but
that
like,
change? You're like, I'm not a nerd. I'm a nerd who likes to break shit.
Nah, see, because I'm cool, because I like build things with my hands.
And then break them.
Yes.
So
Meanwhile,
you're,
like
uh,
everyone's like,
you're,
over like shit that doesn't really matter.
Well, damn, we're on a fucking talk show,
Alright.
so we're talking about
Listen,
things.
So you're a
yeah,
nerd
we're
with
talking
fragile
Yeah, now we're
minds?
talking about something else.
We're
'cause I
talking about
interjected.
pop culture. That's literally what we're doing. We're doing a year in review.
All right. Well,
A year and a decade.
All right. We'll move off of the
Whatever,
Marvel thing because the
fucking
Marvel
same
stuff's
thing.
gonna take too long. But like,
Marvel stuff could literally be like a whole mini series.
yeah.
That's the thing.
I just
Marvel,
want to
best-
say that
best
Punisher
movies.
season 1 was pretty nice at some points, but then Punisher season 2 was literally the worst doo-doo garbage I've ever watched. Do not watch fucking Punisher season 2.
Alright.
So bad.
I feel like the
Worst
Marvel like showrunners on Netflix just start off at the top
Yeah.
and then just shoot straight down to season
Their
2.
budget probably gets slashed.
Yeah.
Like, that's how a lot of Netflix shows
The
are
only
run.
the only
Daredevil
like,
season
First
three
season's
two
dummy
that
high
I would
budget,
like,
and then they
I
start
think
to save costs.
Daredevil
Yeah.
season 2 was okay.
I would have said. I think I probably enjoyed Jessica Jones season, or no, I enjoyed Luke Cage season 2 better than Daredevil season 2. Anyways, all right, what were other movies that
seen
came
any
out
of
in the
these.
2010s? that were, like-
Interstellar, an amazing movie.
I still haven't seen
Interstellar?
it.
All right, you have to.
You should have come to our movie night.
It is
I missed it
honestly,
already.
it's very confusing. At least from my point of view, like the first time you watch it, so much happens, and it's kind of like a circular sort of story thing. There's like a time loop going on, sort of shit like that.
Okay.
But it's like, as far as movie physics go, it's pretty damn accurate.
Yeah.
Right? Like, the
Like
only
actual
thing that's
stuff.
really not based in anything like theory wise or whatever is when he goes into the black hole. Hope you don't mind spoilers.
I don't care.
And it ends up being a tesseract.
There's
we,
a lot of,
we
like-
don't. We just literally don't know it's inside of a black
Right.
hole.
There's a lot of the like classic use quantum as an excuse for weird thing in universe occurring, and like usually that's a bad thing, I'd say, but it's really well executed.
Yes.
in Interstellar,
Yeah.
because they like don't abuse it. They're like, most things we're gonna base in physics and like a lot of relativity. Most of the movie is just
But the
about
stuff that can't be
relativity.
explained, we
Right,
We,
they're
got,
like,
we have
Go
to
in a
use it
black hole.
somewhere.
Okay, quantum time, and also quantum's the best. So
Yeah.
Quantum is the
I don't
best.
know. I'm just a big fan of space movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arrival,
Arrival-
really good.
I really need to see that.
Arrival
really
is the
do.
most, I think is the most underrated sci-fi movie out there.
Of the decade,
Yeah,
I
because it's a sci-fi movie through the eyes of not like a scientist. It's like through the eyes of a
He's
linguist,
a linguist, right? Yeah.
which is fucking amazing because it's like, yeah, there might be aliens or something out there, but like, how are we communicate? How would we
Yeah.
communicate?
That's an
and-
important question to
it,
ask.
it really
Like,
is.
no one thinks about that. everybody thinks either they're gonna be hostile or they're just gonna go, "Hello, here's free technology."
That's one of the things that I
Yeah,
really.
like
It was
they're
a
gonna
big
have
switch
universal
up.
translators. How the hell are they gonna have universal translators if
When
they've
they
never met us?
Don't know us.
Like, you
They've been
can't just be
studying
like,
us. They've been studying us, Corey.
yeah, I'm sure they have.
Damn. What was I gonna say? Interstellar. That's definitely.
Let's talk about the Area 51 raid.
Oh
I
no.
just
Why?
remembered that.
No, that'll be for memes and review.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Movies in review. I'm trying to think of other stuff that really,
That really hit home.
yeah.
What happened to the
Shrek
cat?
2.
Why are we
That
just
was
looking
not
at the
released in the 2010s.
Shrek 2.
Shrek
Shrek
3
forever.
and
Oh, wait.
Shrek 4.
All I gotta say is in I Am Legend, when Will Smith has to kill his dog, I cried.
Yeah. No shit.
That was. I
honest-
always cry more when the dog. I always am more upset when the dog dies than when a human dies.
That's just like a
We can
thing.
talk
Like,
about Game of Thrones. Turned
Oh,
out shit.
No.
I did not.
Okay, briefly.
yeah.
Okay,
also
let's
have
talk
not
about the
watched Game of
beginning.
Thrones.
Let's talk
No,
about,
I'll
like,
say so. Like I watched Game of Thrones up until the end of season 6.
You might want to speak up a little more,
Oh,
just so
okay.
you get into the yellow more.
I watched Game of Thrones up until the end of season 6, and then I saw this stuff online about like, don't watch Game of Thrones, it bad now, and I was
Interstellar
like,
isn't a sci-fi
okay,
movie. It's
I'm
a
just
love
gonna make
story.
up my own
Okay, buddy,
headcanon for
shut
this
up,
and
Drew.
say goodbye. So I haven't like watched the rest of it. I barely have any idea what happens. I know from all the free folk memes that like,
We'll get there.
oh, King Bran, who has better story? But like,
So
that's all I know.
Great movie.
It's
Like,
just-
we already talked about Marvel.
They took a great
You know, it's-
series
Yeah.
and just made it shit.
Yeah.
Like they redid everything about the plot
really
and the
good
characters
Mhm.
to fucking just fit what they wanted to do,
Well,
which was like a
weren't the-
loosely did story anyway. Like, it's
Was it true
stupid.
that the creators were just, or like the showrunners D&D, were they just
that's
like?
their acronym. Come on, I want to play D&D, not talk about
I
D&D.
know.
I also love.
Weren't
how
they
it-
just like burnt out with the show, so they just wanted to finish it?
They
so
said they
could-
hated it.
Well, no,
Yeah.
they.
It's dumb. Like,
They actually
hire
did
someone
not-
else.
So for the first like 6 seasons, was it? They had material to
They
go
had,
off.
they
Right,
were doing
right.
it based on
So
what the books
they
were.
just they could do like just go off
Just
of the
go off
books
the
and,
books,
and change a few things for like
For TV
purposes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But like, since they started doing like actual writing, they were like, "Fuck, we can't actually do this." And like season 8, they were hired for Star Wars at that point or something like that, and they needed to. They were just
did
like,
that get canned?
yeah, they
A
got
lot of their
fired.
stuff got canned. Yeah, I think their Netflix show got canned too.
Sounds like they just aren't good writers.
Yeah.
They're also the ones that wrote X-Men not First Class,
First
Last
Class was a
Stand.
good one.
Oh.
Last Stand was
Yeah.
a bad one.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yikes.
But they like when they got hired for Star Wars, they were like, all right, let's just push this along, and then we'll just do Star Wars after this.
Mhm.
But like they didn't put any. I'm pretty sure that there was like reports coming out that like they spent like no time on set during like the last
What?
season at all.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what you want, you know.
They were just
Yeah.
kind of avoiding their jobs.
Yeah,
And then,
and then
as
the
soon
show-
as season 8 came out, they hid. So like there was no way to.
They knew it was bad.
No, they knew it was bad. They literally hid. They would not come to. They still have barely come to any like fan expos. They've dodged as many as they could.
Yep.
Well, no shit, they get fucking slaughtered.
Yeah, and they have been every time they've gone to one.
Yeah.
I honestly say, for like a meme of the decade perspective, shitting on Game of Thrones is like such a powerful meme.
That's a big bandwagon
Yo,
meme
I
right
s-
there.
It really
I
is.
still go on r/freefolk every now and then
It's
just to look
great.
at memes
I'm
because
stuck
they're
to it just
still
to watch what
post
goes
they're
on.
still posting memes about how shit season 8 is.
Well,
Yeah, that's
George
George
amazing.
R. R. Martin hasn't put out the end of like the book
Right.
version, has
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
When is he gonna
He's
do
like-
that?
He's like taking his time too.
He-
Like,
no,
there's
it's
a
supposed
there's
to
a
How
come
much
out-
time does he have left though?
There
He's old.
Yeah.
Come
Not
out
much.
in a couple years, right?
I
It's
mean,
in a couple years.
No, like 1 or 2 years, I think, right?
I
Yeah,
think
he writes
so.
slow as fuck.
Yeah, that-
especially this last one.
That
Well,
was
he
the
also-
whole meme of like before season 8 was bad. The whole meme of Game of Thrones was like, "Hey, when are you coming out with this book?"
Right.
George R. R. Martin's like,
Me.
Because
I'll
like,
get
season,
there
season
eventually.
7 was good enough and had enough source material to run off of that it was like if you were speaking out against it, it was an argument. Like
Yeah.
this plot point
Yeah.
was bad. This no, it wasn't. But then season 8, literally everything was just
everything
like,
bad. Season 8
Whoops.
bad.
No, I
What's
know
that?
I know countless people that are like, "Oh, season 8 was great," and I was like,
They must live under
Did
a
we
rock or
watch
something.
the same season?
Maybe they didn't. Maybe they're from an alternate timeline. That's how you discover who's a dimensional traveler.
Rounding up movies though, I'm just going through a list.
Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, Mad Max
Yo,
is big.
Mad Max
Fucking
is so
Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
It's
Insane.
nut.
Oh my god.
Every time I see that scene where he jumps off the building,
Oh, and it's
I
upside,
fucking-
but he's not. He's not rising. He's falling.
No,
Whatever, the other way around.
The other way around.
What's Up Danger? Oh, such a good song.
There is
The entire
literally
album
no
is a
part of that
bop.
movie that I can't enjoy. Like
Yeah.
it's all just so.
The one thing
I've
I
seen
will
it
say
6
about that
times,
movie
and I've
is
never
the
got
art style took my eyes a bit to adjust when I saw it in theaters because it was like the
Yeah,
sort of comic booky style
Yeah.
animation. I was like,
I love.
I think
the
a lot of
texture,
that-
like
The texture was very.
was hard for me to distinguish the borders of everything. But like once that happened, I was completely immersed in the film.
I think a lot of that was worse off when they were doing the like glitches where it was like a bunch of random patterns.
I think that was
so
also
like
very
when the
different.
logos rolled in at the start and they were all glitching, I was like, am I gonna be able to watch this? And then it goes to the rest of it. But like I was worried that I wouldn't.
You would have an epileptic
Right, like
episode.
I still
Back your
can't watch
epilepsy.
things that flash too much because I don't have epilepsy anymore. It still gives me a headache.
Yeah.
So like
it still kind of fucks
I was
with your
like,
brain a little
oh
bit.
no, I really wanted to see this movie and now I can't see it.
Yeah.
Also, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Yep.
the last scene, even though
my
it
God.
doesn't coincide with real events, that
Right.
scene, hot
Brilliant.
as
That's the
hell.
point.
I
Yeah.
just
And
want
Once
to
Upon a
talk
Time.
about.
Yeah.
I want to talk
But it was
about
so good.
probably my favorite movie of the decade.
Okay.
La La Land.
Really?
I have not seen it.
No one has seen.
Well, I
Have you
heard
seen
it was a really good movie. I haven't seen it.
I haven't
but
seen
it
it
won. It
Jesus
won a bunch
Christ!
Of stuff.
I've seen it.
All right,
It's
guess,
such
guess
a
we're gonna
good
watch that
movie.
movie.
It's
Yeah.
such a good movie.
I
It's-
don't think I'd put it on that pedestal, but it was fun to watch. Like it, I don't know.
Alright, Murky.
I'm just
Alright.
sad. This is me. I'm
Are
sorry.
you gonna knock him down?
I'm sorry. I
It's
do
just-
think it had good songs in it, and like the acting.
The,
was
Yeah,
the
good.
Nando.
songs are great. It also has a what?
Full boy king with my new job. I don't know, man. I gotta accept the
I
offer
thought that was
first.
a word.
Damn.
The offer to become a titty streamer.
But it's
No.
just like I can't talk
Yo,
too much
what
about
up?
it because no one has
It's your
seen
boy.
it. But like it's just it does a really good job
I think
of
my
like
parents
showing
have
Oh, wait, I think I
showing like a real because like a lot of movies are like oh it's like a
Yeah, maybe.
like a love story that everything happens.
Well, this
fine
it's
in the
it's like
end.
a conflicting
Oh, yeah,
love
full
story
on
of
rom-coms.
love of the two characters and then their love of Hollywood,
Yeah.
which I think I would say might be a valid criticism, but also I think it was just the point of the story, so I don't know how valid it really is. That like it was kind of just a love letter to Hollywood. Like the people in the
You
movie
like-
were
when
just
did the
so in
movie
love
come out?
with the idea of like being stars,
I don't.
and that they.
Oh boy, Colin.
Okay.
There he
Hello,
is.
Colin.
Hello.
Please don't say the N word.
I love how that.
You just
I
started.
wasn't- Yo, wait,
You
Colin,
just started
Colin,
with
we have to
Jerry, and
talk
I was just
about-
like, oh, okay, Kramer.
You know, 50 years ago.
Colin, we have to talk about
Don't say
what
it.
is
We would've had-
what your shirt
No.
is. I don't
Oh,
know what
okay.
that means.
All right.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about
no,
sex
not
night
this
night.
story. This story is so cursed.
The N-word, Nando?
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
that's
that's it.
it.
No one say Nando. Oh no.
All right. Yeah, you're gonna have to lean in to be in
You
frame.
delete, or hold on.
I'm-
put
Or
that-
you can just be a voice
I'm
actor.
fine here. I'm fine
Alright.
Just
here.
pull your shirt out like this so
Alright.
it can. Yeah.
There you
Wait,
go.
no. Aiden, put your
Also, your
yeah,
nips are
yeah.
showing.
That's
So
right
that's a
behind
nice touch.
We,
Yeah, your
we
nips
are
showing.
all titty streamers.
Nice.
Oh, here. There you
My
go.
what have shown?
I should get my
Your
titty
tits.
streamer
Your nips.
gear.
Alright, we gotta read this.
All right.
18
All
plus
right.
now.
What is sex night
So,
night?
there's this kid in high school. His name will go unmentioned.
Oh,
Can you
right,
please
right,
mention
right.
him?
No,
Can
wait,
you
no.
snap
Can
message
we
his
at
name?
him?
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Why
Alright.
you wouldn't know him?
Wait,
Why would
that's
you-
okay.
I don't know why
I
you want to
know.
know his name. First of all, check
Devin
my
would
sick
know.
ass socks.
Oh my God! Stop moving the table.
Check these boys, bad boys.
This guy's
Why
pouring
you
up
have
socks.
porno socks?
I stole them from somebody.
Fool.
My friend from freshman year.
Wait,
my
can I-
friend.
Yeah.
Allie?
Okay.
No. I didn't know Allie freshman year.
Well, her freshman year you did.
Okay. Anyway.
I'm so confused.
Don't
There's so many
outright
levels.
show
This is high school.
There's
high
this
school.
kid in high school named blah, blah, blah. And
You can just give a fake normal name.
Jerry. Named Nicholas Mogadonte.
Okay.
He used to like sexually harass girls all the fucking time. Like he in public Instagram comments, he'd be like,
Not me,
"Hey, you
not
wanna,
me,
you wanna
not
fuck
me."
behind the
Not
F-wing
me.
stairwell tomorrow?" And like he'd be like, "Oh wow, your tits look great today, Rebecca, or whatever."
Yo.
And it would just, and so we'd bully him for it. We'd be like, "What's
Wait,
up,
that's
Alex?
what Alex said.
You gonna sexually harass somebody?" We come up with other shit besides that. But, like,
But that's a pretty good
It's
one.
vaguely PG-13
Yeah.
here on
One
the
of-
stream.
one of-
We say as we say fuck 24/7.
Yeah. One of the one of the jokes we had was we weren't allowed to talk to each other through any messaging service other than commenting and adding on his public Instagram. So like if we'd be like I'd be like at Jason want to go for lunch somewhere on his post on Instagram, and we did that for like a week, and he always felt like he was involved in the conversation, so he'd be like, oh yeah, where are we going? Are they gonna be hot girls there? We'd be like, no, Alex, you're not invited. I said his name. God damn it. There's a lot of Alex. There's a lot of Alex.
No.
No.
Why are you mentioning last names?
Stop doxing random people.
I'm gonna dox everyone.
One of his Instagram posts was him looking at the camera like this.
Like this?
Yeah, you
gotta
like look into the camera like that.
Like this, like. And the comment was, "Tonight is sex night with my GF. Wish me luck, everybody." And then the next thing was sex. Like 20 minutes later, sex night was great. Thanks everybody. And it was just like a picture of a model he found on Google or some shit.
Damn.
And so we had these shirts made to say sex night for anybody, and we all wore them to school.
What did he say?
He didn't really say much. He was like, oh no, I don't think he got it. I don't think he realized it was a typo. Yeah. He also was obsessed that he was dating Selena Gomez, but he wasn't.
Did he like Photoshop himself?
I was pretty confident he was dating Selena Gomez.
He would like post pictures of Selena Gomez on Twitter and be like, my GF. and he was also convinced that he was gonna play Selena Gomez's boyfriend in the Wizards of Waverly Place remake that doesn't exist.
Guys have been contacted by Disney. It's happening.
They want to do it.
I passed him in the hallway once and I was like, what's up, Alex? Yo, catch me on Wizards tonight. And I was like,
no.
Oh my god. Do you think he was just trying to like make jokes? Like, do you think he thought it was a joke?
I catfished him as somebody once.
Wow, God, the catfish.
Wow.
I catfished. Oh fuck, I forget their names. They're like two sisters that were on reality TV that he was.
Oh, the
obsessed
Olsen
with.
twins?
No, it was like they were on like Toddler's Tiaras or some shit.
What?
Whoa, wait, toddlers?
Like the toddlers or like the parents?
I don't remember.
Please don't.
No.
They were not toddlers when he was obsessed with them. They were like 15.
Okay.
How is that better?
They were in high school.
They were in high school.
Okay.
So like,
well, actually no.
Like he was a high
2 years
schooler
younger
at
than
the
me. I
time of
was
this
in college
occurring,
when I
so they were
catfished him.
15.
He was still in
He
high
was
school.
obsessing over 15-year-olds.
So wait,
how old was he when he was doing?
Probably
when you were
15.
doing
He's probably around 15.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was a freshman in college.
Okay.
Wait, what?
He was 2
So
years
you
younger than
pretended
me.
to be.
You were catfishing an underage person.
He sent me.
Chris Hansen does it all the time. It's part of his
I
show.
know nothing sexual happened. Anything sexual he was the only one that said anything sexual.
Started.
He was
You
like,
have
So you're saying
Colin
Colin?
on your phone?
no.
wait,
No, I don't.
Why are we're digging this man a hole?
Yeah, no, what are you doing to me?
Alright.
And he sent me his
Live
I
on
wrote a
stream.
I wrote a love song
Oh,
for you,
I
baby.
thought you were saying that he fucking.
Wait,
No.
no.
He'd be like, check out my cock, and then he would like draw a picture, and it'd be like, and I was like,
This is what.
wow,
this is what
that's
makes
impressive,
Gen
Alex.
Z laugh.
Holy shit.
And
Wow.
he also sent me a love song, and there was an Elvis
Wow.
song that he said he wrote. He was like, check out the song, and he linked me to a song on YouTube.
This is
And I was
a
like,
pack meme.
Thank
Good.
you.
You're
It's
dummy
such a nice
popular.
song.
Wait, can we do games of the decade?
Yes, yeah. You
Oh,
made a
we
list
did
for
that.
this. You got your.
I have a whole list.
I would like to
fucking
start.
Dark Souls 1. Wait, no, that's not
Hat
the
in
second.
time.
Yeah,
Hat in
that's
time.
what
All
Hat in
I would
time.
like to say, Halo Reach, best shooter of the decade. Fight me on that.
All right. Let's go down your
And
list. I've got a list of my
Borderlands
own
2.
that's unorganized, but you
Halo
have an
Reach.
organized list.
Well, I feel like the best game of the decade
Yeah.
definitely is Minecraft.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely,
It's hard to
Yeah.
beat that.
It
Yeah.
revolutionized like the indie game.
Yeah.
It-
the whole
It's
thing.
an indie game that made it bigger than anyone thought
Yes.
it could be.
It's-
It's literally
it's
owned by
one-
Microsoft now.
It's one of the highest, like
It
grossing-
is the
it's-
highest.
It's the highest.
It's just
right?
a game that
It-
literally
It's the
everybody
most
has
played
played.
game of all time.
Yeah, I've when like people ask me like who completely don't know games, I'm like
Play
Minecraft
Minecraft.
is literally like the Tetris of our generation.
Yeah.
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 I think it's the
It's
least,
better
the
than
least
Tetris. It's like
controversial game.
more like
Like,
ubiquitous.
no,
than
everyone-
Tetris.
Yeah.
Or everyone
more-
either
it has
really
more
loves
for more
it
people.
or they don't have an opinion on it. No one's like, I hate Minecraft. I've never
Because,
come
like,
into contact
you
with
can't
the person.
really like
Yeah.
even if you don't like some part of it, just go to a different part of it. Like
So,
it's an infinite
I
possibility.
think there was a period like in the early 2010s when it was like from going from beta into initial like actual release, people were like, "Oh, Minecraft's cringy.
Minecraft's old.
Minecraft's
cringy,
cringy. All the
and
kids are playing it. Wah." But
And
then
then they all
it's
moved
just
to
it's just
Fortnite.
come back around.
You know,
to, like
literally,
everybody's just like.
That's the
Minecraft
same thing
again.
that's happening to Fortnite right
Yeah.
now. People are like, "Oh, Minecraft good, Fortnite bad." Like 10 years ago, it was like
Minecraft
in
bad.
Fortnite's position.
Yeah.
And no one wants to acknowledge that because guess what? They're the same people who were
Exactly.
saying
Yep.
that.
Correct.
They r/dank.
Colin, no, you have to put that
College,
down.
you're blocking
You can't
one.
see
Oh,
that.
I don't understand how light works. Sorry.
I don't understand how spatial relationships
Colin,
work.
I don't think you understand how like things in space work.
What do you? I don't know what you're talking about.
You literally,
Like orbital
if you're
bodies.
not
No,
light,
he can't
then,
hear
like-
you. That would mean sound has to travel through space.
No,
and
it
he
is
doesn't
light because the
understand
light
that.
would go.
Yeah, it is light.
The
Yeah, but
light
it's a-
can't get
it's-
through that.
But it's more of like the spatial relation of that to the camera that you didn't understand.
It's all connected.
No, I got this.
Well,
guys.
it could also be like it's.
Oh Christ!
Thank you for that.
When all these 13-year-olds grow up, they're gonna know.
You should move the
No,
camera.
they totally are.
He can't.
All the
It doesn't
people,
go
all
back
the people
further.
who right now, as 12-year-olds, are saying Fortnite bad, are just going to grow up to play a bunch of Fortnite,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then in a decade they'll be like, Fortnite Resurrection Revival, it's the
It's
best
very
game.
I will
Fortnite
say-
season 3.
I will say that. Well, I don't think it's gonna last that long because it's an online game.
So is Minecraft. I mean,
No, it's not. Like
You can
play,
play
it
single
offline.
player. You
yeah.
can't play Fortnite.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Like
you
there's
really-
Fortnite, as
they're
soon as
gonna
it,
shut the servers
yeah,
down.
as soon as it gets
Mm.
like
Like the-
down below something, they'll just shut it
They're
down.
either gonna release like a standalone server, or they're gonna.
if they do
shut the
that,
servers
or
down.
they release, if they do a standalone server and then they release a modding kit like Minecraft did,
Oh, cool.
it's over. It'll become one of
Yeah,
the greatest
lean
memes of the,
forward.
of the next decade.
I will say though that Fortnite isn't a bad game.
Yeah.
Like it's not a bad game.
No, it's
it's
not.
it's
It's
pretty
the
fun to
community.
play.
It's the
It's
community.
literally just that it's filled with little kids.
Yeah.
Like
Honestly,
no one likes doing that.
Honestly, so were all the Xbox 360
Yeah,
games.
it's honestly not even.
But that's
classic.
the chart. When I
But
played
that's-
Titanfall 1, like there's so many squeakers. It's
Also,
so
when,
much
when you
fun.
played like any Modern Warfare game on the
Yeah.
Xbox 360, those were like the streets of our decade.
That's
AW2.
why I just Don't
Yeah.
play Call of
But-
Duty games.
Current Modern Warfare sometimes reminds me of the old Modern Warfare lobbies when you just hear like these grown ass guys who were probably like 2 years older than me just yelling like you would hear in an
Yeah.
Xbox 360 lobby, and I'm like, I'm just trying to play a game, man.
Yeah, I was playing some Halo Reach last night with Lowell, and apparently, I guess I had voice chat turned off or something, but he's just like, do you hear this right now? Because somebody's just screaming the N word in voice chat right
Wait.
now.
So I was
I mean,
playing.
that's how all shooter lobbies end up sooner or later.
Yeah.
I was playing Halo Reach.
Yeah.
This is probably about a week ago. I was in an infection lobby, and I was with this
I had
one
to
guy
Dr. Pepper this
who,
morning.
as soon as every round started, he would just say Trump 2020 and watch chaos ensue because about 8 people would start replying like, "You moron, you absolute buffoon," and he'd be like,
God.
"What do you mean, you libtard? You guys don't understand." And I was like, "Yeah, this shit's pretty funny." I just sent out a message like, "Yo, why do you keep doing this?" And he's like, "I just like to get a kick out of people's reactions." I was like, "Yo, sick,
Yeah,
cheers to that, bro."
As
Like
a
real
liberal,
troll.
I love the term libtard. It's like
I
my
think it's
favorite
hilarious.
thing.
I think it's
love it when
hilarious.
people
So
call
cool.
me a libtard. I'm like, alright, bro, yeah, that's me.
I love
Get it.
I just love seeing people get triggered while we're playing a game, and I'm like,
It's just a game. Why
it's
you have
just
to
a
be
game,
mad?
bro.
Why
You don't
have
even
to
know
be
this.
mad?
You don't even know this man.
Yeah.
Why you mad?
I would say, like, I definitely agree Minecraft is probably number one, but Overwatch, I would say, is also was pretty big. It made a big splash.
I will
It
say
made a
TF2
big
is better
splash.
Overwatch
I
Overwatch
didn't
stayed
like TF2.
popular.
Really?
Like
No,
it's one of the
I really
online
didn't
games
like
that
it.
stayed popular consistently.
I think the
Like,
only reason
I
it
would
stayed
say-
I don't
popular
have
was
anything
is because
against
it
it
had
besides
Blizzard
that.
backing it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would say
and also
beating out
play events
Overwatch
that
is
fell
GTA
off.
5.
Yeah, because Blizzard backed it.
Yeah.
GTA 5 has the absolute longevity. It's
Yeah.
But like,
Oh,
but,
that's-
like
It really
Battleborn
does.
and
they're
shit like
still
that.
putting out
Oh, no,
hype.
Yeah,
Battleborn
they just
was
put out a
just bad.
heist
Yeah.
thing.
Really?
And, like,
I played Battleborn.
Just-
Battleborn was not fun. To
The
play.
absolute
But
community of
Paladins
GTA 5
also-
is on the level of Minecraft
Paladins-
community.
I don't really.
I
Like,
think-
you
I
pop
like
in a
like
lobby,
Paladins
it's
came-
always
I think it came out
full,
before
and there's
it did,
always
yeah.
people chatting.
The beta came
And
out
normally
before.
it's kind of weird chatting, but that's okay. That's the GTA 5 community. Everyone's insane. But, like, it's a fun time.
I think one of the
GTA 5 is fun.
I think one of the reasons why GTA 5 has had such a long lifespan is Rockstar literally could not release another GTA like commentary type game in this day and age because people would just like go up in arms. Right?
Yeah.
You'd be offended.
Well, I think GTA 5 was it, and then it's just, like there's nothing new to comment on it for like there's not gonna be anything new to comment on for a long while.
And all the people who the commentary was targeted at are like, this game is the least political thing I've ever seen. It's like, is it because it doesn't have minorities in it? It's because it doesn't have minorities in it.
Did you play as a black dude?
Shh, don't tell him.
Damn.
All
he's doing crime, so they're okay with it.
Oh, right. It's fitting the stereotype.
Right.
My bad.
Oh.
Yeah. All the commentaries just flying over.
Do you remember when the video games make people violent argument like reached its peak and countries were trying to pass laws to
Walmart ban violent video games and they still sell like guns.
Yeah. I was like,
I'm going to beat someone to death with a physical copy of GTA 5. Watch me.
I think the like simultaneously best and worst collision of fucking games and politics was when fucking Wolfenstein Colossus was being advertised and they're like, you know, fuck off Nazis or whatever. And people are like, oh, this is too political. Like, what do you mean
about killing Nazis?
I love how the responses was like, how can you be political about killing Nazis? Is there any other stance to take on this issue?
It's like, what?
And then all the comments, other YouTube comments were like, no, I feel we shouldn't attack Nazis this way. It's like,
what way do you want to attack Nazis? Damn!
Dude.
We can pick a new way to attack Nazis. I just want to keep the attack.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we don't say Nazis shouldn't be punched in the face.
Shouldn't be shot with guns in video games.
Yeah,
You
honestly.
lost
Brutally
our
murdered.
civil liberties at that point.
Let's just say we want to brutally murder Nazis. I think that's something I feel safe saying.
Nothing brings me more joy.
Yeah, honestly.
Nothing brings me more
In the
joy
context of video
than
games, so the
popping-
Twitch chat doesn't ban
popping
us
a
for
Nazi
aggressive-
head.
Sorry. Not against a specific person.
We're talking about
Twitch, please.
Wolfenstein. We're talking about Wolfenstein.
I don't know what happened.
Oh my god.
You can't make
Threats
death
of-
threats on
yeah.
Steam.
Bleh.
Stream or Steam.
Nicholas
You
Murphy.
can't make death threats.
I'm
on
making a
Steam.
legal threat. I will kill you tonight. If my lawyer,
Last episode of Horsin' Around, guys.
Last episode.
See ya.
Roll credits.
I want you to look at my lawyer's face right now when this video is being played in court, and look how angry he is at me. I want this to be known. I'm not joking. I'm gonna kill Nicholas Murphy tonight.
Call it.
After taking Jello cups.
If he tries to plea
Oh,
insanity,
no, that's
don't
illegal.
let him. He's
Oh
not
my God.
insane.
Jello
Alright.
cups are illegal?
Here,
You're
can
not- we're not
I'm
allowed
just
to
gonna
Jello
run
or
down a
cups?
list of some notable
Cups.
games from the decade. So, Halo Reach
pollution.
2010 just made it in. Love it. Re-release also very good.
Yes.
Let's talk about Bloodborne.
Can't talk
Let's
about
talk
it.
about A
Haven't
Hat
played
in
it.
Time. Best game.
Hat in Time's really good.
It's so good.
Fucking did you guys play The Walking Dead Telltale
No.
games?
No, I did not, but I heard they were
On the
pretty good.
Telltale games, I would say every other. So, like, I know you love Wolf Among Us. You're like the massive Wolf Among Us fan. Wolf Among Us was great.
Until Dawn.
But Tales from the Borderlands.
Oh,
Yeah.
I started
Greatest
playing that. I
story
need to get
game
back
I've
to
ever
it.
played.
Is
Ooh.
the
I
best
think
Borderlands
Stanley
game
Parable
ever.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
is
Stanley-
like one of the best like
Stanley
narrative
Parable's
design.
earlier, though, isn't it?
I think I was just bad
No,
at that
Stanley
game because I
Parable
couldn't
was-
get like more than like 10 endings.
How do you be bad at
How
the
can you?
Stanley
You're
Parable?
literally
There's
walking
no
around.
skill.
I know, but like I kept trying to do different things,
You-
and I kept getting the same ending.
Your only options are you follow the narrator's instructions or you don't.
It's literally
And
a binary.
every time you do
Right.
that, it will massively change the
But
game.
there's different, like, there's the one where you find, like, you get out or whatever. That's, like, the first one
That's
where
the
you
easy
disobey.
ending.
It's the
Right.
easy
Get out.
But, like, that's...
Isn't there one
I
where
Just
kept
like,
getting
you got
endings like
off,
those. Like, there were only a few endings that I kept getting. I just got frustrated. I was just like, why am I not getting more endings?
We'll
tried to-
play it again. We'll play it on this big TV, and we'll show you the
Yo,
great
this
narrative.
stream
master-
game
they're coming,
right now?
Yeah,
they're
the
coming
remake.
out
Not
with
right now.
more.
Why?
Yeah, they're coming out with a
endings.
big
I don't
dumb
have-
content.
I
release.
can't. I don't have the setup to
Well,
stream
download the
it.
game.
Okay.
I
love it.
definitely think Stanley Parable is the best narrative of the decade.
Yeah, because it
I-
reinvented how
I-
narratives work.
Yes.
Even if it did, it was like,
When did
what
Mass
if you
Effect
had a
2 come out?
branching
Did
path
Mass Effect
game?
Mass Effect 2 did come out in 2010. So,
So
it made the cut.
I'd like to say Mass Effect 2 is the best narrative of any game that came out this year.
Why?
Okay,
Have you
maybe
played Mass Effect?
maybe
No,
maybe
I-
narrative
Mass
in
Effect
the
2.
sense of like, but I would say Stanley Parable has the best narrative splitting scenario because there are
Yes.
games with better
Branching,
narrative.
yeah.
But, like
I agree,
Stanley
I agree.
Parable branches better than
Yeah.
any other game.
I think
'Cause
the
that's the whole-
story
it's all
and
built
the
on-
Yeah.
the like
It's the
connections
gameplay
to the
mechanic.
characters you feel in Mass Effect 2 is unparalleled by any game I've played. Since.
All I'm gonna say is that fucking Walking Dead final season, final episode, I cried so hard in my room that Jimmy thought one of my family members had died.
When I was playing
it was
Mass
bad.
Effect 2, I thought something happened and I sobbed.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it didn't happen because I'm kind of good at the game.
I think the only game that's ever like hit me that hard has been the first BioShock.
Oh my god!
That game, not like
BioShock?
crying, but like the middle
I was
scene,
like-
which I'm not gonna spoil, of the whole like
of the game that's like
The-
over
the
a
big-
decade
the
old.
big ass thing.
it's
I was
still
like,
worth it.
Yeah.
Like
I still
What the
haven't played
fuck?
it, so.
oh yeah, nobody's
man
alright.
chooses, a slave obeys.
Ugh.
That was the greatest vocal performance I've ever heard in a game.
Also, it introduced me to objectivism, which I think is interesting.
It's got its whole like fascinating philosophy,
Yeah.
and also
Which
it's
is a
got this
real
whole like
thing.
super cool political thing about like what happens if you were just to create a city that is full on anarchist and is also under the sea. It's like
Why not?
not
And
great
also,
things.
you're not allowed to help other people. You cannot be altruistic.
Right, like
Really?
it's
so-
like
so,
one
like, the
rule is
whole-
like
the whole
banning
concept
altruism
of-
and being only selfish.
Yeah, so like the whole like zeitgeist and political ideology that Rapture has is based off of objectivism, which is a philosophy that Ayn Rand created, and that's where the name Andrew Ryan comes from.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Oh.
That's awesome.
And so it's all about like why help other people. Like there's no like a moral thing to survive is just to help yourself, like evolutionarily.
No gods or kings,
So like there's
only
no
man.
point in helping other
That kind of
people. Like
quote.
just
Facts.
do
Facts.
what makes you happy, that kind of thing, and everything will just work out. And so that's like the whole thing in Rapture.
Fun fact.
It didn't work out. Surprise,
It
surprise.
also didn't work
I
out
think the
really.
game
Yep.
that was the biggest
Thanks,
fad
Ayn Rand.
of the decade was Pokemon Go.
Oh.
Made a huge
Oh, yeah, definitely.
huge splash. 3 months later, no one played.
And
I
Devin
mean, honestly,
Matei-
false.
Devin
I
Matei
played it
still
for
plays
like
it, some
I played it
say.
for a while. Like I played it
But-
for a little bit. It disappeared for 3 months, and then my friends and I got like way too into it.
But
like
the thing
we would
is-
drive around downtown.
There are
Evansville,
still people who
hitting
play
up
it.
There are still
legendary
people who
raids
play it,
over and over.
But
and
it
over.
had
Yeah.
it had such a worldwide presence.
It was the perfect moment to release it just
Yes.
because it was the end of this, like for me personally it was the end of my senior year in high school, so like me and all our friends just had nothing to do
You have
for like a
senioritis
month.
and time.
Exactly.
And we literally just walked around our neighborhoods just enjoying life. It was such a good time.
We
enjoy
organized
life.
raids at school where during lunch we'd be like, okay, which legendary raids can we hit before lunch ends? And we would get the teachers in on it because we had to have
Oh,
a teacher
yeah.
walk with us. Cause we had school in downtown and there were homeless people everywhere. There were a lot of homeless people.
Homeless.
Are you-
Yeah, why are you
Why are they
quoting
They're
that?
not, I'm quoting because
Homeless.
I
They're
took
not
the city
homeless.
bus, I knew most of them. So I was like,
they
they're
were
not
just
gonna
they
fucking
were
stab
They
us.
weren't homeless. They were still homeless.
No, but homeless
Wait,
in the
wait,
sense
they
that
lived on the
the
street.
school was
Wait.
like, the school was like, if you talk to them, they will stab you for drugs.
Wait,
and I was like,
I have a
they're
question,
kind of just
unrelated.
trying to get welfare. Like,
If
Actually, sort of
you
related.
talk to them, they'll stab you for drugs.
Corey, I have a serious question. Can a homeless person be a homie?
Yeah, homeless
Yeah.
homie.
But they don't have a home.
Oh.
Yeah, but-
damn.
Your home is
Where
not
does
home.
homie come from?
What?
You're-
Homie?
Yeah, what like what?
Like they chill in your home with you. I
Yeah,
think.
the chill homie.
Etymology.
Etymology.
Show me.
Homie.
I love looking up the etymology of words.
Homie.
That's like my favorite.
Homie, buy real estate.
Etymology.
Look up homie etymology. Why do you feel need to do that?
Homie.com.
Okay.
1920s.
Homie.
Home. See?
Oh,
E.
Okay, try homeboy.
Oh,
Try
okay.
homeboy.
Homeboy.
Because homie is slang for homeboy. So,
Yeah,
So try
okay.
etymology of homeboy.
Click on that. Click.
Yeah, I'll just.
And
Oh, a
Quick
friend from back
homeboy.
home.
See?
Oh.
So wait, so homeless people can't be homeboys.
Wait,
No,
so
yeah,
no,
man.
no.
Home
No,
is a
like your
term.
home
Back home,
location.
like
Yeah,
hometown.
hometown, yeah.
Yeah, like
So,
I was talking about
but
my
if homeless
homeboys.
people don't have homes.
There-
They
there's-
can't. The homeless people can't have
If you
homes.
They
No,
technically,
because it's
they
a
technically
hometown,
reside
But
in
what
the
if you
town.
move around? Like, what
If
if
you
you
mean a
bounce
homeless
around?
man from your hometown, they
It's,
can be
it's
your
more of a geographic location than a structure.
But what if me as a homeless person just wanders, right? And I don't like have.
Then
a-
you're-
then you're
Hometown
a-
is still like where you're like originally.
Well,
At that
it's
point, also,
it's
you're
where
like a
you meet.
drifter.
It's
yeah,
not.
you're
so,
a
like-
hermit at that point, so you could just become a hermie.
It's not.
Whoa.
That sounds like herpy, and I don't want that.
That sounds like a
Man, can
hernia.
I be your herpes?
I also don't want that.
I don't think it's where a person like lives per se. It's more like where you meet them. Like if you meet them in your hometown,
That's
Wait,
fair.
so
Like it's your homie then.
I don't like that definition because that means that none of you guys
Yeah,
are homies.
then none of you guys are chomies.
But you all
Well,
are
but
chomies.
Wait, we
But I
defined
guess-
chomies. We made up chomies.
But
Well,
chomie is just a modification of the homie.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just so that still has homie in its root.
wouldn't this be considered like my home away from home?
Yeah.
Right. So then wouldn't that be
if
chomie?
if you pay
Home is
rent,
where the
I
heart
think
is, Zach.
It's where
my heart's
you.
in my
It's where you
1987
live.
Toyota Supra.
Yeah.
It's
anywhere that you
Sorry.
live or have lived counts as your home
Yeah.
or hometown.
Mark,
So
are you not gonna pay the $275?
you just
Don't
gotta,
scroll away, man.
you just got a job offer.
Yeah, no. If I accept the job offer, if I accept the job offer, I will use my immense wealth from accepting the job offer to pay a $275 to Wikipedia. I'll be so generous.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Have your present change?
I will give this. No, what
What
else?
are we talking about?
We were talking about best,
We were
best
talking about games
games.
of the decade, and then I derailed.
but-
Oh,
honestly-
I just want to say
Hang
the
on,
best
I'm gonna go
story
get
that
some water and
I've
food
that
real
I've
quick.
played this decade in a game has to be Red Dead Redemption 2.
I haven't finished it.
It is one of the only games that I've cried at.
Oh damn, yeah.
It
That's
is-
that's definitely like a bar that like if you
That's
surpass
okay.
that, that's like a good narrative. For
Yeah,
you.
it's
Shouldn't have left.
it's such
Kobe,
a
if you watch
great
this,
game.
you shouldn't have left.
You shouldn't have. It's such
You
such
had
a
to.
great game,
Shame it's too great.
and it's like
He was
Wow.
bad.
Shut up! Stop! Right, what are you saying? Red Dead?
Greatest
It
meme
just-
of the decade. That.
like I think
Wait, we have to do memes of the decade.
We
We're
will,
gonna
we
do
will.
that.
Absolutely.
Let Aiden finish his bit on Red Dead.
wait. I want to say Arthur Morgan is probably one of the best like not relatable characters, but like a character that you can feel empathy.
Yeah, empathize with. Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's just such a
Equalize.
great character because he learns from his mistakes throughout the story, and like by the end of the story, you feel sorry for him for the life that he's chosen because he doesn't like. I don't want to spoil the game. 'cause
Well, I mean, it's a story that from the beginning you kind of know the end because for one thing it's a prequel to the original Red Dead,
Yeah.
but also like it's very clear from the start. Like they make it very clear, like the West, the West is getting civilized. We can't, we can't live as cowboys forever. And so you know that that's kind of where his story is going to end up, but you don't know how it's going to get there. So
it's just have you?
I haven't finished it.
We talked about Game of Thrones.
I
earlier.
I haven't, and I want to play through more of it. I heard though that after the halfway point, that like some weird shit happens with the story.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah. There's one chapter that's weird. That,
Okay.
Like you travel to a different location. And
Okay. Yeah.
It's really weird.
Um,
But like, there's a one scene where you're talking to a nun. Like, if you do all the side quests and everything and have like perfect honor.
Yeah.
Then there's one scene where you talk to a nun that literally, like, when I was watching it, it made me cry because it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This is like the most human character I've ever played.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's good. That's good writing.
it's so good.
What is the game that was the biggest letdown of the decade?
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky,
No Man's-
probably.
Initially, yeah.
For me personally, Kingdom Hearts 3, like I was so hyped for that game, and then it just let me down.
Oh no! You know what? The Last Guardian. I've been waiting for that game for 10 years, and it came out and it was just shit. It was just awful.
Oh, was that the one with the weird big dog?
Yeah, it was supposed to be the successor to Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, no, I will agree
Mass
that
Effect
Mass
3,
Effect 3 was
Mass Effect 3,
was
yeah.
bad on release. I played it like way after the fact, and after they added the extended cut, and then I ended up crying at the end of it. So that's not it for me. Yeah, Mass Effect 3. Like after the whole
That's-
series.
Bruh.
That's
I've never played any Mass
That
Effect.
doesn't
Oh,
count.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I don't
Yeah, I
understand.
will agree that Mass Effect 3 on release was bad.
I think
Is that the one that's Andromeda? 'Cause
No,
Andromeda's
Andromeda was
bad.
also a
fuck,
letdown, though.
Andromeda.
That's
Yeah,
also
that's
a huge
big ass
letdown.
letdown.
I would
What's
say
Mass
another.
Effect 3?
The third Mass Effect.
Why are you looking at me?
No, but I thought Andromeda was Mass Effect. Oh
No,
no, Mass
no.
Effect 3's. All right, yeah.
Mass
no.
Effect 3 is the one where the
Mass
endings
Effect
are just
3
different
is-
colors.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think another one of the
I was
biggest.
thinking that was Mass Effect 2 for some reason.
I think another one of the biggest letdowns initially was Destiny release. Because
Ooh,
it was
yeah.
hyped to be
Like the next
this,
Halo.
exactly but it was open world, like supposed to be amazing.
Yeah.
But I will say though, I have played it for like 4.5 years until my account stopped working. I'm pretty sure I got shadow banned. I don't know why. Rip, and I'm not buying the game again because I don't want to.
Oh god.
But I will say that I really enjoyed it, and I would say like the content releases, like Bungie did put efforts in to like make their game better.
But didn't the same thing happen with Destiny
was the
2?
exact same system.
Sort of.
Yeah, Anthem is-
That's I was also a little
It was
bit
just
miffed about
Destiny.
that.
Same launch,
but
they fixed.
They did do
No,
more
it had
right with the
less
Destiny 2
content
release
than
than the
Destiny.
original
It
Destiny
had-
release.
They had a
But
whole
also-
team to make sure that Anthem couldn't be memed.
What?
Like, because
What?
Andromeda got memed because of the bad faces.
Oh,
Like, they had a
yeah,
whole
facts.
team working on Anthems with, like,
You
yeah.
want your
facial
game to be
animation.
meat.
Yes, it's
People
free
will literally-
advertising.
yeah.
It's free advertising.
All
How do you
press
think
is
No,
Elon
like
Musk
that
sold
one,
the
that
Cybertruck?
one, that one Flame article that somebody that really prolific author wrote about Anthem is like, yeah, they had a whole team making sure that the game couldn't be memed. So bad.
Really
It-
should have spent
it
your
was just
money
so
literally anywhere
mediocre.
else, like the actual game.
Yeah.
Damn.
What did they have like 6 weapons in the game at
I don't
launch?
know. I don't
About
know.
a game
Nobody
that
It was
about
also
weapons?
like I saw like because the Anthem subreddit was popping off the first few days, being like, what? So like when it first spawned, I never played Anthem, but I always saw this stuff like I just killed a boss and they dropped the legendary loot I'd been farming for, but then I couldn't get it because of an invisible wall that spawned randomly, and I was like, wait, what? That's like basic functionality.
God.
The boss is dead. All the fancy code is done. That's just an item on the ground.
Yeah.
You should be able to pick it up.
You know, we've just listed 3 BioWare games that were all giant flops.
Well, I
BioWare
think
really
BioWare's
is-
dead. I think BioWare's dying.
I am
Wait.
so in between all of that though, they did put out Dragon Age Inquisition, and I fucking love that game.
Yeah, but that was they were working on that.
I know.
From the Mass Effect 3, like when Mass Effect 3 was being made. Right?
Yeah, but
I think that once that team is gone now.
that makes me so scared for Dragon Age 4. Like they're making it, but if it's bad, I'm just gonna be
Like
so
that same
sad.
article I was talking about talked about how like they're like burning out their workers. Like a lot, like a few of the workers are like committed suicide and shit like that.
Because they're just being
What?
they have no
Welcome to
more
the
fight
game
about
room.
being
GD time.
Like I'm pretty sure that's true. Yeah.
crunch.
This is our future life.
Yeah, and they call it
Not
like
being a
the
GDD.
BioWare magic and all the
Yeah,
like, work
that
out
was the
in
big
end.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, Dragon Age 4 is gonna bomb.
Stop, Nando. Let me believe. I want to believe.
I gotta
I
say,
know it's
like,
a pipe dream.
Companies overall, like Nintendo has rocked this decade, especially at the end.
Well, the beginning of it, they had the Wii U.
The
It was a
Wii.
slight
Okay, biggest
mistake.
comeback.
Yeah.
Biggest
Nintendo.
comeback.
Switch.
Nintendo.
I mean, my God.
Oh, that leads me into my next greatest game of the decade.
Smash Bros.
No,
Oh.
I think that's one of the best
Oh,
party
okay.
games.
Oh,
of the
okay,
decade.
Breath of the Wild is one of the greatest games of this decade.
I think
It
it's one
is.
of the greatest.
But the
games.
problem is,
probably
I
in
think-
the top like 25 of like.
Ever.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's
So here's
one
the
of the
thing, I
best
would
games
say-
Nintendo has released
Yeah.
ever.
I would
Yeah.
say Smash Bros, Mario Odyssey, and Breath of the Wild.
Thank
are
you,
all
Nando,
these,
for
these
agreeing with
three
me.
like
Yeah, they had
perfect,
the triple
incredible
threat.
games. Yeah.
Yeah.
They put out the Switch and then 3 perfect
Yes.
games in a row.
Yeah.
And like at that point, you've won. Like Mario Odyssey is my second favorite platformer I've ever played because of Hat in Time status.
It really gave me real like
Nah,
Super Mario
Celeste.
Galaxy vibes, and
Also,
I sorely miss
Celeste,
it.
Celeste-
gets slot 3.
Celeste is at the top for
Celeste
me.
gets
Celeste?
Celeste
Oh my
is
God,
the
Celeste.
I'm
greatest
sorry, but
platformer.
at Hat in
Oh my
Time,
God,
you
Celeste.
fight a giant toilet as one of the bosses,
Oh,
and that's my
I
favorite.
will-
I know. Hat in Time is really good. It's fucking awesome. I think Celeste beats
Yeah,
it as a platformer.
I think
I only say
As
Hat
a
in Time is
fan.
better because it has like so many
Damn,
weird
I'm about to
features.
start-
Like it
I've
has
been waiting to
a
talk
level
about
from
esports
every
for
genre.
20 minutes.
There's a level that's just horror. Queen Vanessa's Manor. You were literally trying to
That's
hide
true,
while this
yeah,
thing
that is
tries
true,
to
that
jump
is
scare
true,
you and
yeah.
eat you.
Oh.
And that's in the world where a god steals your soul
Yeah,
at the
computer.
start of the world.
Computer.
Listen,
play
it
play
might-
the Hat in
it
Time
might
soundtrack.
have- We don't have a computer.
All right, wait. Zach would like to make an interjection here.
so. Back to like Nintendo Switch as a console. I remember like when it
Good point.
blah blah blah.
He's
Fuck your
back.
point.
He was holding that for a while. Damn.
Oh.
Oh.
Damn, Drew,
Alright,
deny.
Deny. Don't let it.
No,
deny.
hold on. You fucking bitch.
Shut the fuck up, God.
I'm not. We're not letting that happen. Anyways.
I just like the slide.
And block turn.
Take a picture of that. Take a picture of that.
Wow.
All right.
I thought that would have been in the default list.
You'd think.
So
Oh my fucking
I would say
God,
like for the
that's
Switch,
great.
I remember when it came out, people were like had a lot of cautious optimism.
Right.
And the thing that was gonna make or break the Switch was like third-party developer support, and I will say it has had a metric shitload of indie support.
Dude,
And so many good games.
Yeah, and they
so
just
many-
put so many AAA like
Exactly.
fucking, especially RPGs. Like they put Nino Kuni.
They
They've
put
had-
Overwatch on The Witcher 3. You want
Yeah.
indie games? They got Slay the Spire,
Someone
Dead Cells,
said-
A Hat in Time,
Someone
Ultimate
said The
Chicken
Witcher
Horse.
3.
Boom, party
They
game.
crawl.
Crawl.
Amazing game.
Bro, they have like Disgaea and shit on
They
the
have
Switch.
so many like good games, that have just released for the Switch and they continue to be released for the Switch. It has like such a big support that single-handedly made the Nintendo Switch like one of the best consoles of the decade.
Absolutely slaughtered PS4 and Xbox One in my eyes. Like,
I would say
I think it slaughtered Xbox One. I think PS4 is holding its own.
I don't know. I think like in terms of like the ability to bring people together to play games, the Nintendo Switch is at the top for the decade for consoles.
And not even that, but they've got crossplay with the other platforms.
Exactly.
So,
like Nintendo Switch is no beef.
I think that's like this year. All that happened in the past like 2 years though. Like.
But
like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think overall it averages out. Like,
starting
the Wii U was shit, but the Wii was great.
Right, no, but I'm saying
Switch
like,
was better.
like the PS4 has been like dominating for a while. Like it's like if like 2018 was Sony's year. Like all of 2018 was like bam, bam, bam. Oh, like when did Spider-Man?
Yo, Nando, I took a snap of a Dell computer in one of the material science labs at RIT. It literally looks like the Xbox One Series X. Xbox X.
If we want, do we want to like? Is there any other big things we want to say about games? Because I kind of do want to move on to meme of the decade.
I kind of want the decade.
Wait, whoa, I have a thing.
All right, Colin and Aiden, and then
sushi. The
esports
lunch prices for sushi do end at 3.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, sushi what?
The lunch prices.
What if
for
we
sushi
go there at like 2:30 and then we don't leave until 3:30?
Then we're fine.
It's when you get there.
Yeah. All right.
Can I just read off the rest of my list?
Ooh, Hollow Knight.
All right, so I have The Witcher 3 for the best world building, and I think the best quests. The Witcher 3 is one of the best RPGs.
Yes.
It did.
Skyrim
is
Gangnam
a different
Style.
category.
Biggest meme of the decade.
The absolute world
that
building.
man literally
like,
dropped a track that broke
it has like
YouTube's
8
counting.
million pages of world
And then
building.
dipped.
No, but the Witcher is fucking expansive as well, and it has like tight world building. Like you can read Skyrim books, and most of them are just bullshit about what happened like 1,000 years ago in some war no one cares
It's
about.
kind of like Silmarillion style. I like that.
But
I
like,
think it is
but like the Witcher,
I don't think it is Silmarillion.
No, it's just
because Silmarillion style is like you get the full picture.
Yeah,
that's pretty much everything. But Skyrim's like, here's this disconnected war from anything and any other literature.
Here's the lusty Argonian maid.
Oh,
you're
Fallout
right.
New Vegas.
Oh, fuck.
All right. We gotta go through this list.
We gotta go through this list quickly.
Best.
All right.
Wait, let him finish this list.
Stardew Valley definitely has the best soundtrack.
Okay.
Stardew Valley music slaps. I'll listen to it anytime.
Persona 5 though.
Time soundtrack.
Persona 5
about
when
Wii
my
fight
shit was expired. When you fight the Snatcher.
Yeah.
That is.
I literally put Persona 5 soundtrack in my top 10 albums of the decade.
Smash Bros.
Like just as general music. Colin, get your shit off the table.
I'm touching the microphone.
Colin, finish your list.
Hollow Knight, best gameplay. I think it has the tightest gameplay, and just
I would say June 2016 would be my.
I don't give
I'd say
Dead
Bloodborne
Cells
or
for that
Sekiro
actually.
for best game.
Yeah, that's also
Dead Cells has huge good combat.
Dead Cells or
is
Hollow
really
Knight.
good.
It's such clean combat.
Undertale, I definitely think it had the most like culture shock out of any game.
Yeah, that was pretty huge.
Indie game and Smash.
Portal 2 is
that
definitely one of my favorite games of this decade.
Yeah,
Portal
that was
2
just
is
fun.
one of the
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
Portal 2 is
Yeah.
Why did no one tell me a decade was so long?
Damn, time
10
really
years.
do be like that.
I've played Portal 2 like 5 times all the way through.
It's
I
so
don't regret it.
good.
It's perfect.
It's just so good.
The writing is impeccable.
Okay, more.
I just have one more.
Okay.
None of you will know this game.
Oh, yeah.
At least I don't
Try
think, except you and Reese. Divinity Original Sin 2.
Yes! So
One
good.
of the best RPGs of
Is that
It
the
is
free to play?
so good.
No,
It's the one game I've ever played where I accept a top-down camera.
Yeah.
Top-down cameras are
Yes.
ass, but in that game it's perfect.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can do it's like a D&D campaign where there's so many options
Yeah.
that you could do what River does.
Collins.
You could walk up and be like, I'm gonna shove a shot glass up my ass, and Divinity would be like,
Just
yeah,
fight him in
sure.
a sushi off.
No, not Reaper of Souls.
Yeah. All right.
Absolutely.
So
Dawson
games
Creek.
of the year. There's a lot of good games that came out this
Wait,
decade. Or
last
games
thing to say?
Yeah.
No, you
We're just gonna have.
okay,
Game
well, I
Talk.
just wanted to mention this while we were still on the topic of games
Yeah.
because I felt like it
Dota
was
is not
important
a
for the decade. What?
Dota's not a game.
I'm not even gonna say Dota. Just
You did.
esports as a whole
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
is massive this decade.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago,
Yeah.
You guys-
what was happening?
Yeah.
Nothing.
But like
Like
Dota
maybe
released in 2013, like actual Dota,
Dota.
and then like now like we're getting prize pools of like $23 million. Like I think that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was huge. Also, not really a video game, but apparently Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition released in 2014.
Oh,
that was huge.
Massive.
That was a big,
right,
big deal.
because 4 was
bad.
D&D 3.5.
Nobody liked 4.
Yeah, because everyone just stuck to 3.5.
I'll play at 3.5.
And then
enjoy filling out a character sheet for 10 hours.
Yeah, wait, man. Yeah, podcast. I feel like we have great stuff to talk
He's coming back next semester. He wants to be on.
It's fun to fill out it's fun to fill out a 3.5 character sheet because the list of skills is dummy long. So you can be like, what if I want to specialize in specifically cooking meat? Yes.
Cooking meth?
Like
That's an option.
literally D&D 4 is the brawl of Dungeons and Dragons.
Brawls.
Like everyone just like Melee is 3.5, so everyone just
there's
I
like the purists and then
Brawl.
everyone else is
And
like, please
and then
no,
5
I don't want to
released
play
It's like ultimate.
and it's like ultimate, and so now
5
it's like,
incorporates all the best features. 4 is chaotic evil, and then 3.5 is like, if you're some kind of purist who only plays Fox on Final Destination,
All
you
right.
play 3.5.
All right. Meme of the year.
Meme of the
Epstein
year.
didn't kill himself. That's my pick.
Oh,
Bad.
I would say. Wait.
Doge is the meme of the year.
All right, best meme of the
Wait,
year.
meme of the year or decade?
Wait, no.
Oh, of the year.
I'm
Meme
gonna
of the year.
start
Epstein
us
has a
off.
chance
I'm gonna
to
start
be
us
meme of the
off.
year, but I
Best
don't know
meme of
about.
the year. Best meme of the year. 1 egg and rice. Fight me on that.
1 egg and rice. All right, please explain that story.
All right.
I think we should leave it like that.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, next.
Next.
Meme
Come
of the
find
decade.
me.
DM me.
DM me on Slack.
Yeah,
What?
Let me pull.
Meme of the decade. I don't know. I feel like there's way too many
Doge
choices.
I think Doge could run for it just because they had they had their origin
Yeah.
and then they had a renaissance.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Doge is the only meme that survived. When did Doge first come out?
Nah, SpongeBob memes.
That's my actual
Okay.
dog. We got her.
That's
before
too
the
generic.
meme.
See, I can't really talk on this subject because I didn't get into memes until like 3 years
What do
ago.
you mean? You
Yeah, but
didn't-
I
What
really
do you
Doge
do?
memes?
I wasn't really
Oh, yo,
into
meme of the
memes.
decade. E.
That B, F, there's 3 letters that hold meme of the
Yeah.
What, can we talk about the progression of memes though over the decade? Like, you remember, like turn of the decade, it was all like
Rage comics.
Rage comics,
Yeah.
like.
But
It's like that
we
meme
made a
I
loop.
drop my cereal.
Wojak is just Rage Comics. It's reskinned.
Yeah.
But also, like, we're now in like a. We went through a meme renaissance.
We're in
this
a
It's all
surreal.
surrealism and
Like, it's
irony.
all like.
We really
You know what
did.
makes me laugh is like the fucking cats like making like weird poses
Yeah.
with some dumbass caption on the bottom, like on my way to get these loops.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that makes me like nose exhale
All those-
harder
all those,
than
like-
most other things.
I love you remember that article that was like Gen Z humor is weird and surreal, and then they would always link a meme on it that was weird
Really
and
was
surreal.
always
And
weird.
I always love the
one-
memes.
Yeah. and there was one of those with the like the long boy. It's SCP-096, but if you don't know SCP, it's just this long boy with big hands, and he's eating a cornflake. He's just going cornflake. I love that.
I like, you know how there's like important images from like each like generation
Yeah.
are gonna be like surreal memes, and some historian's gonna look back and be like,
What
the
the
fuck was going on?
Yeah.
All these kids.
It's a new dialect.
It's
Yeah.
literally like I show some of them to my mom that I think are hilarious. She's like, I don't know what I'm
Yeah,
looking
I
at. And I'm
showed
like, oh, I forgot. There's like a level 4 meme.
I showed my dad
You need
a
the
meme video,
context.
and he goes, "CT, someone made this." I was like,
Yeah, no, that's like I used to
Oh,
be able
yo,
to show
I
my...
love that meme. Nando quality meme. That's a good one.
It's weird that I used to be able to
The
show
lady
my parents
cat.
memes, and they'd be
And the
like,
cat's like-
maybe they wouldn't laugh, but they'd
But
be
they-
like,
they
oh, I get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
These days, anything I laugh
You
at,
can't
they'll
do
look
that.
at and be like,
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll
They'll think I'm insane.
even
Dude,
my
if
younger
I showed my
sisters
mom the
don't get
jaw
the
meme,
memes.
she would be like, "What the fuck is
Yeah,
wrong with you?"
like I can't show my parents stuff from like ironic Doge lore or like the kind of shit that gets posted in DevNo on the daily.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest too, because I think
This is Larry.
I think we're also in a very like niche band of things, because you have people who are like 5 years older than us who don't understand, and you have people who are like 3 to 5 years younger than us that only
That
want
are
to watch.
extended. Like
They just want to watch TikToks. They've gone back to
oh my
Vine.
god. The
right?
TikTok kids, like I can't keep up with that shit.
Yo,
like
E-boys.
I'm out of my
E-boys,
element.
disco girls and e-boys.
Greatest
Oh, the
meme of
only
the
ones that
decade,
I like
E-boys.
are the ones that are like
E-boys
dumbass
are
surreal
These are
memes. They
fucking
start out
hilarious.
normal and then they're just like, when your girl like roll up in this, it's like leggings, booty shorts, and then it's like the one-seater scooter from Walmart. That makes me laugh. But then it's when people are like, I'm like, stop. This is
Yeah.
fine.
Oh my
We're
god.
past this.
All the stuff that like tops up like okay buddy pal, like stuff like that.
Okay, buddy.
Okay.
The
boomer.
SpongeBob meme.
Yeah. The stuff where it's like, I have terminal cancer, guys. I'm winning. I'm
Yo,
on level 4, and it's a bunch of like
Ah,
bears.
ah,
raving
SpongeBob, I
and-
am taking methamphetamines. I'm
Arr,
going to
SpongeBob,
die.
me boy. I have taken 8 ounces of Mexican black tar heroin. We'll be dying shortly.
Yeah.
Yo, dummy thick
A lot of good
becoming
I think-
a phrase.
I think
Yeah.
our like fast ascension into like
Watch this
surrealist
on
memes
stream.
is just because we just
We
like.
live in a dystopia.
I know what that video is. Click it. It's
All
gonna
right,
be fine.
all right, we're
Is
gonna.
that VeggieTales?
Yeah, it's
We're gonna take a
VeggieTales.
short break and show you something from our sponsors.
Okay,
It better be the VeggieTales.
here I am switching the screen.
Yeah, it is.
All right,
You
yeah,
have
we're
to- you
showing
have
it.
to turn up the volume.
Somebody
Wait,
has the
Zach.
remote.
Oh, hang on.
Zach, that's you.
Don't turn it up too loud. Wait, pause it, go back. Pause it, go back.
It's.
Pause it, go back.
I'm,
Oh.
All right, well you gotta make the
Oh.
audio play. Damn.
Oh, this is the meme.
Entertainment will be
Okay.
randomly generated.
Like, turn the camera around so you can see it.
It's playing on. I have it. I have the screen showing.
What
You
better
gotta-
way
well,
to
the
achieve
camera-
the
No,
end?
I'm switched it to the
I've seen
computer
future,
view.
Bob, and the future is autotainment. Hi, Rusty.
Did they
Hi,
predict
Ventrilo
this?
Matic. Hi, Larry. Hi, Bob.
Greetings.
Hey, those are robots.
Affirmative.
Not only that, but these guys
This is pretty
represent
good.
the hosts of the future. Unlike us, their humor can be truly randomly generated. Right, guys?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Weed eater.
Now, that doesn't make any sense. It's funny because it's unexpected.
That's it.
That's the
2
truth.
plus 2 equals 4 is true, but not funny. Guys?
What is the solution to the equation 2 plus 2?
I don't know. What does 2 plus 2 equal?
Weed eater.
There you go. That's it.
Wait, like marijuana weed?
So would we have to?
Well, that's up to your interpretation.
Would we have to say that the meme of the decade is unexpected randomness?
I guess.
God, the meme of the
I
decade
mean-
is surrealism.
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
like
Surrealism.
That is
most
like
memes at this point are
Which is-
either ironic or surreal.
Which is funny because we started the decade with like RAR XD so random, which was like that was.
I think just
their
you started
random
the decade
humor.
with that.
There's still wow.
All right. Well,
I mean, we really
Mr.
did though.
Tumblr.
There's so much stuff from like
Yeah, you're
2010s
right,
that's
yeah.
like the absolute cringe, like, oh, I am very random. But the thing is, when
We
people
just
make fun of
became
I am
actually-
very random, no, I don't think we did, because the people who say like I am very random, what they always say the same things.
Right.
They're always
Right.
like
It was-
I
it
am
was-
random potato.
Oh, omega.
It's
It
like,
was
wow,
pseudo-random.
Good job. So now that people A, invent things really quickly, and B, kill them even quicker,
yeah.
it stays funny because you come up with something completely whack and it's dead in a day.
Yeah, it's crazy. We go through it so fast. I'm really interested to see what kind of
Wow.
bullshit comes up in the 2020s.
My favorite memes are those memes like the 2020 meme calendar, and it's just images on each month.
Yeah.
Sometimes they
I
get
love
it
those.
right.
I
Yeah,
love see.
like-
I want to see a decade in review of memes like
Oh,
on
like,
Reddit.
They've
No,
kept
I
track
like the
of
ones
those.
that like are
They,
in
they
the
try to
future,
predict the
and
future,
they're just not,
and they just
nonsense
make up
images.
bullshit. They just put it in. Anyways, all right, we gotta go get sushi.
Wait. I want to say one thing. A good and bad thing that came of the decades, or of the decade, streaming services.
Yeah, yeah, it's come back
Catch us
around
next week
because
on
when we just
Horsin
had
Round, which we
Netflix,
stream on.
yeah, we be streaming.
Remember, I
Better
am straight.
internet.
Don't let Murphy
All
tell
right.
you otherwise.
Thank you for joining us. We're probably not gonna be on next weekend, but maybe.
I'll
so
always
just
be
stay tuned. I'll
Skype
maybe put up
stream.
Yo, DM me on Slack.
episode.
Team
at
stream.
And
Team
if
speak
you want to watch our
stream.
backlog episodes, they're on youtube.com/users/rapto5050. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Penis.
Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, whatever the fuck.
That's
Wow.
kind of racist.
Yeah.